I want to have a conversation with you right now that I hope you decide to engage with this conversation. If you have any comments or thoughts on what I'm about to jump into, definitely drop them in the comments or the notes on the show. Listen, I want to talk to you about where the world is going for small business owners.
So the big question is this: how is a tiny percentage of entrepreneurs blow the pack away? What are they doing that we're not? I asked myself that question for 10 years. I was failing forward and getting sick of it. I wanted to build a coaching business, but couldn't make any headway. So I started studying it. I realized that the world's most elite marketers, entrepreneurs, and gurus were all using the same 4-step system. I call it the authority factor. On the show, I'm going to prove to you that the authority factor worked for them and it'll work for you. My name is Ken Dunn. Let's get started.
For anybody who's trying to make money online today, I have said for a long time that the number one skill that you need to learn if you really want to make life-changing income online, the number one skill that you want to learn is paid advertising. And I want to walk through this idea with you. I want you to think about this as we're going through this. First of all, paid advertising, very simply put, for those that have never been down this path before, is running advertisements, running ads on all the social media platforms that exist out there. This is where most of the social media platforms, or all of them, this is where they make their money. And that's really why they exist, if you think about it. Social media platforms bring together the world's users. As an example, Eduardo's here right now from Brazil, listening in on this live cast. It's because of social media that he can be in Brazil right now. I can be in Toronto and we can have a conversation. So because of that, the paid advertising platforms have literally grown out of that. And if you're connected to me, then there's a better than average chance that you're somebody who is building some type of online coaching businesses, because that's really what my passion is helping people with that. And there, as you guys know, there's 100 different ways to skin a cat. There's 100 different ways to do anything in life. And believe me, I have tried them all. I've been doing this for 15 years and I've tried everything to build my following, to get people paying attention, to get people buying my products and services. And social media platforms want you to do paid advertising. They want you to. And what I've realized in my journey, when I first got started, I was doing everything organic. And I still do a lot of organic posting and podcast shows and YouTube and everything else, getting people to pay attention by offering relevant content. Now, this is something that everybody should do, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously, but the reality is, if you really want people buying your products and services, then step one in that process is to plant a flag in the ground. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate you saying that. Plant a flag in the ground. Get really clear on the help you want to give other people or the thing that you're selling, and become an advocate of that. What that means is if you just watch what I'm doing as an example, you're going to see that I'm sharing this message on a regular basis. I'm sharing it across all platforms. So right now I'm live on Twitter. I'm live on multiple channels on Facebook and groups. I'm live on LinkedIn. This is going to become a podcast later. This will become a YouTube show later. I'm doing that all organically, and I've gotten into a routine of doing that. So that's step one. Good morning, Michael Duncan. Good to see you. Welcome from Thailand. Love Freedom is from Thailand. Good to see you there as well. So that's step one in the process. But friends, if you're trying to hedge your bets on building your business completely organically, how's your head feeling? Are you banging your head against the wall? Because that's what it's going to feel like to you. And I'll tell you why. There's a lot of gurus out there right now that are going to tell you that if you get in the habit of just posting organically on social media and you do this and you follow the rhythms and you add real value and you really support people, eventually your business will take off. Bullshit. Sorry for saying that. I hope I didn't offend anybody there. But it's just not true. It's not. They make it sound so easy that organic marketing is going to do everything for you. 1 in a million make it that way. Why? I want you to think about this. These social media platforms are paid platforms. In other words, these are for-profit companies. How do they make their money? They make their money in paid advertising. That's the number one income stream for all of these social media platforms, paid advertising. And so if you think that you're going to be able to build a significant business just organically posting on social media, I'm talking tens of millions of dollars, millions of dollars. If you think you can do that just by organically posting on social media, good luck to you. Because the social media channels themselves don't want you just doing that. What they want you doing is paid advertising, because that's how they make money. If there isn't paid advertising, there isn't a Facebook. If there isn't paid advertising, there isn't a YouTube. If there isn't paid advertising, LinkedIn, Twitter, none of them would exist. Even TikTok, a brand new platform, is only a year old. They now have launched a paid advertising platform. Why? Because that's how they exist. So I want you to think about this theoretically for a second. If paid advertising is how they make their money and why they exist, do you really think they would let people make all their money organically? Think about that for a second. I mean, you got to put yourself in their shoes. So then the reality is, the best strategy that you can use as an entrepreneur is engage in a system of organic advertising or organic marketing, like I'm doing right now, where you're giving real value to people, and do it on a regular basis. If you follow what I'm doing, and jump on the inside, jump into one of my programs where you can learn about the content loop, you're going to see how I run all of my organic content production. What I'm doing here right now, I'm doing a live video here. This is me. I'm live with you. I'm going to take this live video and I'm going to download this video after we're done. Facebook lets you download it. I'm going to turn it into a podcast. I'm going to put that on my podcast. If you guys are listening to podcasts, definitely check out The Authority Factor. Shameless plug. Then I'm going to take the same video and I'm going to do just a little bit of editing. I'm going to turn it into a YouTube video. Then one of my virtual assistants is going to take the video and turn it into a blog article. And I write blog articles on Entrepreneur Magazine. So we're going to publish that there. And the world keeps going around. It's called the content loop. So every day I do one video, and those videos are turned into everything else on social media, and it's all automated. So you want to do that. If you want to learn more about the content loop, just follow me. You know, I'm more than happy to teach you this concept. Type yes in the chat right now if you'd love to learn the exact details of that content loop that I just described to you. All the social media posting, building your own podcast, getting millions of people paying attention to you, having millions of people following you on social media. That's all part of what I call the organic content loop. But it's only the beginning. The real skill that you need to learn if you're going to make a lot of money is paid advertising. It's how you scale. If you look at anybody who's making significant money, they all learn paid advertising. It's really simple. Now, there's a catch to this. The thing I want you to understand, I don't want you to start rolling your eyes right now. There's a purpose. There's an ends to a means. Because if you're paying attention at all, you found out that, or you already know that earlier this year, Apple launched an upgrade to their operating platform for their phones in iOS 14. And in doing that, they gave phone holders, Apple users, the ability to opt out of being tracked, which means it made it harder to advertise to those people and to retarget those people. And so the biggest reason that you want to get in the game and start learning paid advertising is so that you can become aware of what's happening in the environment. Here's the secret to paid advertising. Learn how to advertise on multiple platforms. So Facebook and Instagram are obviously the same platform, so that takes care of two. The other big platform that you want to learn to advertise on is YouTube. In the notes to this show, I gave you the link to a program called JV with Ken. It's where I teach people affiliate marketing, how to make money online. But in that platform, you also learn advertising, and we teach Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, YouTube advertising, and we're adding new platforms all the time. Here's the secret. Here's why you want to learn this. The oldest saying in marketing is the money is in the list. Your income grows with your list. So think about how all this fits together. Paid advertising is how you attract new clients and customers to you. Inevitably, once they start to pay attention to you, your number one goal is not to sell them something. Your number one goal is to get them onto your email list. And then once they're on your email list, you continue to nurture that relationship, to market with them, to share content. Basically, you teach them for free. Listen carefully to this. You teach them for free until they get to a point that they want to learn from you, because you've given them so much free value, they truly believe you're the right coach for them. And then they decide to invest in you. They want to invest in you to learn the thing faster. Proximity is the rule of advertising and selling anything online, and building a business is proximity to you, the expert. So learning paid advertising, what that's going to do for you, let's say all you did was advertise on Facebook and Instagram. This is where I've been spending about 80% of my ad budget for the last 5 years. Because of that, I now have 481,000 people on my email list, and we're going to make in the company about $500,000 just from our email list this year. It's quickly going to become more important to us than paid advertising. But here's the deal. I started this little rant with you today to talk to you about why it's important for you to start investing in paid advertising, learning how to do it, learning how to do Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads. If you have a business of your own already, organic marketing is definitely not going to build a 7-figure business for you. It's just not. But you have to do it. It has to be the first step, and it will bring leads and revenue into your business if you use the right organic marketing strategy. The biggest skill you should get involved in learning is paid advertising, is how to run ads that are effective, that actually work on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and any other platform where the people you're interested in marketing to are hanging out. And how you allocate that spend, in other words, how you spend the money that you're doing on paid advertising, is very, very important. Never, ever invest all of your money in one paid advertising platform. Ideally, what you should do is have 2 platforms that are your primary advertising places. So that's where you spend most of your money. And then have a couple platforms that are new, emerging platforms where you're spending money to figure them out and to watch the growth of them. Because friends, there is going to be a change. There's no doubt about it. If you think about how advertising has worked in the world, if we go back beyond social media, 30 years ago, it was letters in the mail. And then from letters in the mail, it was television infomercials and radio commercials. And then as those things became mature, people started thinking deeper, and they said, okay, we want to get people onto an email list and start marketing to them through email at the same time. And that's the one thing, friends, that has stayed true through every marketing strategy in the world, is building an email list. And think about this. Actually, I just thought of this myself. Think about this. Way back to the days of letter marketing, of sending out letters in the mail, there was email marketing. And then what happened was Google launched paid advertising, and the whole world shifted to Google advertising. And then the infamous Google slap, where Google changed their algorithms and hurt a lot of us that were advertising on those platforms. And then we started trying advertising on other people's websites. And then Facebook was born, and we started social media advertising. And something is going to happen again, and there's going to be another change, and there's going to be another platform that takes over from where Facebook, or Meta, as we call it now, is going. And we're going to be spending our ad dollars on those platforms. But one thing is going to stay true through all of this, is your email list. Your email list is always going to be the center of it. It's never going to change. It's just not going to change. So the real moral to this little story today is get yourself into a platform where you can learn to make money online while you're learning paid advertising, and find a platform, find a way to learn everything you can about building an email list and marketing on email, because those two things together are the secret to scaling any business online. Anyway, this is a bit of a rant today. I guess Fridays are going to turn into rant day. Thank you guys, everybody, for joining. In the notes, I put a link to my JV with Ken program. This is where we teach people paid advertising and how to make money online through affiliate marketing for $7. So it's a really easy way for you to get started. And there's also a link there to a program where we teach email marketing. So it's all sitting there for you. So I guess what I really wanted to get across to you today is, if you really hope to make money online, a lot of money online, probably one of the smartest moves that you can make is starting to invest in learning paid advertising, how to run ads online. That's it. See you soon. Hey friends, thanks for being here on the show today. Listen, if you really enjoyed the show, then I got to tell you, there are hundreds of other shows just like this that will teach you everything you need to know about building an online business wrapped around helping other people. I focus completely on teaching people how to build coaching businesses. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you know when new shows are live. And because you're here with me right now, as a special invitation, I'm hosting an online workshop where I'm teaching people exactly how to build a coaching business. Well, what I'm going to show you is how I've built an 8-figure coaching business working exclusively right here from my home office. And it's a 4-step system: how to build your following and move those people to your email list, and then start selling your products and services to them. If you want to join the workshop, all you have to do is go to authorityfactor.info. I put that URL in the show's notes. Make sure you check it out.